I want to salute you, homie, for building your own thing and doing your own thing, creating your own platform, your own website.
I got one life to live out my dreams, and I'm giving this thing all I got. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I represent the culture.
Right now, you're turning up on Mr.
Hold up, Lil John. I got it. You now turned up with MrTeleferro.com, baby. Yeah. Alfred Teleferro, Mr. Teleferro TV. Thank y'all for the love. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet. What's new? Another day. We find out more fakeness from Meek Mill or Beanie Sigel. All right, Beanie Sigel, the audio. Remember, Beanie Sigel has been on record, and The Game have both been on record of saying, and Wack as well, The Game's manager, have both all been on record of saying, look, after the whole Meek Mill, Beanie Sigel thing went public, Beanie made the diss record to The Game, all that. Well, he hopped on Meek's diss record. Beanie was like, look, he called The Game, or The Game reached out to him. I think Beans called The Game. And Beans was like, look, are you going to stand on what you said? Are you going to stand on that? I'm pretty sure them street terms, look, if you gonna rock with what you said, you know what I'm saying? You gonna have to, if we see each other in the streets, or if I get my goons to go after your goons, it's going down. It's pretty much what that meant. And for The Game, The Game pretty much has been consistent with everything he said throughout. The Game don't get enough credit for being a real dude. He ain't never wavered on anything he said, and everything he said looked like it's coming out to light. All right? With that being said, the conversation happened apparently between Beans and The Game. It took place for over an hour. So Oshino, a former member of State Property, remember they did an interview with The Breakfast Club last week, and I think they just did a Drink Champs podcast with Nori. Not sure if that's been released yet. But with that being said, Oshino, a former member of State Property with Beans, they don't see eye to eye anymore. He was riding his car, and apparently he's got his hands on that audio of that conversation between Beans and The Game. And it might have been a couple details Beans left out to media outlets, specifically Taxstone and The Breakfast Club, about his conversation with The Game. Check out a little of this. Chino released this while he was in the car riding.
What's up, man? I'm sitting in the car minding my own business, man. I'm Miami shooting a video, man. Somebody send me a motherfucking message. It's Beans and Game talking. I'm like, I'm off that Bean shit right now, but I was like, what the fuck is this about? Whoa. So, y'all ain't gonna get all of it. I'm gonna get y'all a little sample of the shit. But I don't even know who taped this shit, man. But now these ain't my words. Don't get mad at me. I ain't tell nobody to say nothing. I ain't say nothing. I'm just gonna. I just give it. Let y'all hear whatever I heard. It ain't about nothing.
I try to help niggas over there, nigga. He violated me, my nigga. Well, you got every right to do whatever you gonna do to me. That's your beef. I'm not calling about me. I don't care. I could, literally, I could give two shits. I'm not making no paper with me. Meek ain't trying to do nothing for me. He ain't called me and asked me to do a record or not. You see how happy the nigga was when he smiled just for those 2 rounds. It wasn't even.
Okay, so we've been told that there's much more of Beans getting into Nicki Minaj. I don't even know why The Game even still had the phone after all this. Like, still listening into this. You kind of hinted at it. You kind of heard a lot of the Beans' real emotions on that Taxstone podcast, Tax Season, because really it ain't Tax asking a lot of questions. It's just Beans just kind of venting to him. So you kind of heard, one thing that stuck out to me, though, was when Beans was like, look, if you really listen to that podcast with Taxstone, he, in the midst of it, it's not when he says something about you looked over at your girl and you realized she fucked that nigga. And he was talking about Drake, when that's what Meek probably did to Nicki Minaj in the bedroom. That's not what stuck out to me. It was something else he said before that, when he was like, yeah, Meek called me one day talking about how him and Nicki was having problems. I was like, what? It's in the podcast. Go check it out. What? In what world is that cool for any dude to do to another dude? In what world should you get on a podcast that you know is going to be big? You understand how much clout your name had over the last week or so because you had been in the news. In what world do you get on a broadcast for somebody you called a friend a week ago before that, and you talk about how Nicki Minaj, Meek called you kind of venting about Nicki Minaj, And Meek, why would you feel comfortable talking to him like that? Boy, you... Man, Meek and Beans, y'all reputations can't get any worse. I'm sorry. Y'all's reputations, to me, it can't get any worse. It literally, both of y'all are doing corny shit to each other. It's who can be cornier this week. That's pretty much what it has become. Corny move after corny move after corny move. So that's the audio. That's what we've heard so far. Apparently, this whole audio is going to come out. When it does, I'll get it to you possibly. I don't even know if I want to get into all that anymore. It's done. I guess this was worth noting. Because Beans want everybody to make it seem like we coming at him. He going at Charlamagne, calling him a bitch and all that. Well, you the one with the audio talking about a man for over an hour. All right. After Teleferro, Mr. Teleferro TV, thank you for the time, love, and support. Subscribe to my channel. Salute. I'm out. Hey, first and foremost, I want to thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I would love if you watch other videos while you're on my YouTube channel. Now, while you're here, people ask me all the time, how can you support Mr. Teleferro? Well, if you want to support me in my future endeavors, the first thing I want you to do is subscribe to my channel. If you subscribe to my channel, you get all my content first. Your subscribe goes a long way. I get to understand my demographics, understand who support me, who got something out this video. So first things first, a subscribe will go a long ways. Next, if you really rock with me, donate $1 to my GoFundMe. I have a GoFundMe link in the description. If you really want to support me, just $1. Showing me $1 and some good wishes will go a long way. If you want to support me and you want to help me with my travels, I got a lot of things coming up, but I got to get them travel fees there. I got to find a way to get there, so that can help me financially if you really want to go there. Also, a word of encouragement. Thank you. Whatever it is, talk to me in my comment box below. Comment on this video, like, subscribe, do whatever you got to do this video. I got to thank you for your time. I don't take it for granted. My name is Mr. Teleferro. Now, if you subscribe, help, donate, do whatever, you can see more videos like this, more new exclusive content. I got a lot on the way. Trust me. Thank you. It's Mr. Teleferro.com.